flat even. So we're just going to get our larger screwdriver here. So I have a little bit more leverage and a bit more torque on the screw. Not too much torque, just light. It is only brass, so don't over tighten it. If you do, you will cross thread it or strip the threads, and that will be kind of bad because parts for these reels are more likely unavailable. If you did, maybe you can find a reel on the internet that is worse condition, that has the screws intact. So if you do strip the throughs or the screws in here, maybe you can buy another reel. Maybe if it's even available. Sometimes these reels are very rare. Like the bay head, you're not going to find a lot of bay heads out for sale, or bridge cities. Not a lot of bridge cities out there. Like I said, these reels are from the 30s, so nothing really much out there from the 30s anymore. So if you do damage your reel, or you do strip the threads, you can't buy another reel that's from the same timeline. Maybe you can go to the Penn 85 parts and buy that. Just that it won't be period correct or anything like that. It will have part numbers on it. This reel does not have part numbers, because generally the part number is right here, my finger is, or on the other side. Just a quick little show right here. You can see right here there is part numbers on this reel. So this is early 50s, but I think before 1940 something there wasn't any part numbers on the Penn reels. I'm not 100% sure on that information, but do check that out. But anyways, we got it all done. We're going to move on to the side plate here. So we're going to put the this all together. We're going to get our screw, our spring. Before we do that, a bit of oil on the threads, so the threads are lubricated. We're going to put this together. Again, if the cross thread, just back it off a turn and retry. And next is the crossbars. Just like the Penn bay head, just like this guy over here, the screws are different from the drive side plate to the other side. Just a quick show here, you can see that they are different in thickness. So when I was restoring and cleaning up the reel, I noticed the screws are a different length. So the screws right here in this pile, it's gonna move that camera down a little bit so you can see right here. These screws are longer. Those screws will go in this side plate. The shorter screw goes on the clicker side plate, and the really short screws go on the clicker side plate as well because they're shorter. So if you do mix them up, one of the screws will protrude out of here or go longer into the post, and that's not really much of a worry, but I would always like to put it back the way it should be, like it was back in 1938. So we're going to get our foot here. For the size of this reel, it is a 250 yard capacity. If you were to go on catalog number 6 or before, from 1935 to 1938, this will show as the Penn 1. I think this is the Penn 90. If you were to look it up on the Bridge City numbers, I know on 1938 catalog number 6, you'll find number 190 right across. It says 250 yards capacity. There is other sizes like the 100 and so on, but I don't have that size. I only have the 250 yard size. I don't know why they put the yardage down. I guess that just tells you how much line capacity this reel can have. And the other thing I would question is that the number on there, like the number 9 line or number 12 line, I'm not sure what it is as a reference to for pounds or capacity, or I do know that, I'm guessing that's just a number they give fishing line back then, and then have like most modern fishing line, it tells you maybe 10 pound, 20 pound, 30 pound fishing line. These older catalogs, they don't mention how heavy the weight is or how strong the line is. It only mentions the number 9 or number 10 line. I'm guessing that's just the way they did it back then. Okay, so you can see right here they're not protruding, so that's important, so your fishing line doesn't catch on here and it will cause some problems. Also, when I'm casting, it'll do that. It might bird's nest of it. Okay, we're gonna get our crossbars. Again, these crossbars didn't turn out perfect, but they're okay. They're not, the chrome's not like peeling off or anything. It's on there good. It's a little speckly on some parts, so like some pieces are speckly. So the finish on this isn't amazing, but it is better than solid brass that's rusting. I'm guessing that's what happens to 85-year-old fishing reels. I guess they tend to rust. When they do rust, they really rust. But you know, this is a interesting restoration for this reel. I never really restored a reel to this extent before. I mostly just polish and clean. I don't really replate anything, but I did show you on how to make the plating fluid or how to nickel plate. You can do it at home if you want. Just make sure you wear gloves. There's a whole bunch of YouTube channels out there that show you exactly how to nickel plate, so I'm not going to tell you exactly how to nickel plate because there's so many videos out there. Again, we're going to put some oil. Okay. Wipe that clean a little bit so it doesn't drip on the table. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of oil in the screws. Okay, just like that. Next is the spool. And next is the side plate. See how nice and clean that is inside. Okay, we're going to line them up. We're going to use the long screws for the side plate. Only for the crossbars. The 2 extra short screws that are from the left side plate will go onto the foot. So if you do want to get these screws right, just do that. If you do get lost, stop, rewind, and retry again. It's not crucial to have the screws in that specific order. I just like to have it like that because that's the way it was originally back in 1938.